we want them to have this feeling of empowerment, right? It's like this feeling that makes them think, that's right, well done. Or as we say in Nigeria, not so. Hi, my name is Uy, and this is I Went Viral. I was actually in my kitchen, and I'm with my little sister, and I was messing with her, and I was singing like these really old punk rock songs.
I just want to be a rock star.
And I sang this one song, my little sister was laughing, and I turned around and I saw my dad, standing in the kitchen, and his face was just like, his signature face, like, what is going on? Pure confusion.
What?
And I'm like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. So the next day, I got my little sister, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm gonna do that same thing again, get dad's reaction on video. That's sort of how the first pissing off my African parents video was born. I thought the first video was really funny, right? And I posted it, and within a day, I had like 5 likes or something, right? Because I had like 0 followers, 0 posts. And then the next day, I ended up getting like 2,000 likes, and I was like, oh, wow, okay. And then the next day, I got 10,000 likes, and that just kept compounding over like the next week until it got like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. And I was like, oh, at this point, I should probably make another one of these videos.
Go.
Ray.
Suffocation, no breathing, don't give a damn if my arm is bleeding.
Everybody wants to know who my camera person is because their videos are always so well shot. And leave it up to a Gen Z, 14-year-old, which is my little sister, on how to shoot these videos. She's like a professional with the videos. It's unbelievable. So to take you through the creative process, it's really just me like sitting there and thinking, okay, what are some of my favorite punk rock songs I used to love when I was in my emo phase, when I was like, in middle school? How do I sort of incorporate this in a new way to piss off my dad?
Enough, I'm done. Please.
Dad.
I said no, I'm done.
And, sometimes it's catching him at different moments of the day.
Suffocation, no breathing, don't. I tried so hard. What are you doing?
Sometimes it's, getting dressed in some sort of costume that plays well with the song. And then after that, it's really just a free-for-all.
Oh my God!
He knows that he's famous, but he also doesn't know. It's like two sides, right? Like I was telling him, like, Dad, a lot of people know who you are. And he's like, oh, come on, what are you talking about? People are gonna recognize you if you go out because it's quarantine. You've been inside for so long, he hasn't seen many people. And so I took him to go get new sunglasses, and the person that's helping us shop is like, yo, are you TikTok famous? And I was like, oh my goodness gracious. My dad was like, oh, like, yeah, what? Like, he's like really confused. And the guy was like, I want to give you 15% off your sunglasses. And he was like, everything changed immediately. He was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, this is actually not that bad. And obviously, I interact with my dad every day. So after I do a video, 2-3 weeks will pass, and he'll kind of forget about it.
What is this?
Honestly, like, kind of just goes back to normal until, he's back in that kitchen or he's in the living room and it's, watching TV and I surprise him again.
He's made.
So making sure that you space it out so that his reactions are just as good every single time is really important. My relationship with my dad, it's a very good one. Although it seems like he hates me in a lot of these videos. Our relationship is actually quite good.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city.
As I said, it kind of ties back into what I do full time, which is my business, Not So. And so Not So is like this brand that marries Western and African culture in a very unique and authentic way. So we make clothing like the jacket I'm wearing now, very simple shapes and silhouettes, accented with authentic textiles from Africa. And we make it, as I said, 100% in Africa as well. My company actually builds schools in rural villages across the continent of Africa. And we built our first school in the rural village that my father grew up in when I was a senior in college. So, that only strengthened our relationship. And so now we're very, very close. I think any Nigerian kid will tell you that if you grow up in a Nigerian household, one of the main things that's focused on in the house is education. But outside of that, it's extremely fun. You kind of go outside the house and have this American experience, but as soon as you come home, it's, they have the jollof rice, which is one of our most famous dishes, pounded yam. I buy the soups and everything like that. So it was interesting. It was almost as if I was living this dual life where outside I was an American, but I come home, I was like extremely Nigerian. And I've done a lot of videos with my dad. And I realized that my mom's reactions were actually just as funny as my dad's were. So let me wait until they're both together having a conversation and let me get her reaction as well. Get ready to meet my mom.
Mother!
And that's what ended up happening. And, you know, her reaction was priceless, and it gave you guys a really cool look into my childhood. When you do something really crazy, if you do something really bad, it's dictated by your full name being said.
Uyosa. Cut my life into pieces.
And you hear in that video, she says, Uyosa, which is my full name.
Uyosa.
So it was really interesting to see. And yeah, it's funny to see how many people have actually seen that video. I think it's over 47 million people that have seen it now. And so I remember she was going to work. She's a nurse practitioner. Her colleagues were coming up to her saying, hey, like, is this you? Like, is this your son doing this to you? There's no way this is you.
Suffocation, no breathing, don't give a damn if my arm is bleeding.
But life has changed quite a bit, actually. Me getting on TikTok, honestly, was this sort of move to shine light on my business. Because, you know, it was COVID-19 and, you know, a lot of the retail stores shut down in person. And I really wanted to get eyeballs on my company and let people know about what I was doing and how I was really trying to, you know, impact children across Africa, you know, create economic opportunity, all these great things. And after we started going viral, people were discovering my brand and they were buying into it. They were joining our mission and really building this strong and unique family. So that was really cool. And I think that's probably the way that my life has changed the most. And yeah, just really taking it one video at a time until, you know, I mean, the sky's the limit, really.